Hi, everyone. Welcome to the third episode of In the Know with RV Pro. We're days away from the biggest industry show of the year, RVIA's National Trade Show in Louisville, Kentucky. Talking with us today about the industry and the upcoming show is President of the RV Industry Association, Frank Hugelmeyer. Frank, thank you for being here on In the Know with RV Pro.
Nice to be here. Thanks for asking.
Okay, so you recently celebrated your 2-year anniversary as the president of RVIA. What do you feel are some of the biggest accomplishments in that time?
You know what? I think the biggest one is setting a clear vision and strategy for how we modernize the association and provide tangible ROI to our member owners and ensure the industry continues to grow.
Yeah.
Coming into the organization, RVIA had been doing the same things the same way for many years. And so having somebody come in from the outside, taking a fresh look, a fresh approach, it was time for this association. And that's part of what made me interested in the opportunity, is I could see where I could add value.
Right.
So in that first year, that meant respectfully honoring a lot of great work by a lot of people who had been here for a long time and had contributed in the past, while building a strategically aligned, highly energized team that's determined to place members first and basically in everything we do. And since then, we've upgraded our internal back end, our accounting, our operations, our best business practices that we've put in place, the customer relation management system. There's been a lot of back-end work that's been done in this past 2 years that this year the members will begin to see the fruits of. And the value that the new value they're going to see. So there'll be a new digital platform. There'll be an updated RV Industry Association brand that's rolled out that's digitally compatible. Like our existing brand, if you look at it right now, isn't really very web or mobile friendly.
Right.
So we had a lot of modernization work that we had to do. If you've seen our website, it's fairly archaic, and so you'll see that updated to where we have a very dynamic, active platform for the members that shows our clear value going forward as an organization, and more importantly, how members can tap into that value that we provide here at the association.
Wow.
So those are the kind of the back end behind the scenes that have been going on, and I'm very proud of that, and you'll see it this year. The other pieces that I think I'm proud of out of this 2-year journey is making Elkhart and an RVIA staff presence in Elkhart a priority. We shifted Bruce Hopkins, who had standards, the VP of standards, and all of our tech training, our tech education, our standards is really being focused in and around the Elkhart region. We've significantly expanded the executive team visits into the field, both in Elkhart and around the entire country. And in many places, when I visited these companies, they've told me that it's the first time they've ever seen an RVIA representative. So we really made getting out into the members and listening and understanding what they want a priority. Then politically, I think we've had a big impact in this first 2 years. In both becoming a real force in Washington, D.C., nurturing very highly collaborative relationships directly with the new administration and the Department of Interior particularly, and standing up the outdoor recreation industry roundtable, which is going to make sure that our customers have high quality places to use their RVs. And I think that was one of the things coming in that I saw was there wasn't a lot of conversation as we were growing and growing and growing about what is a pretty critical issue of declining revenues,
Right.
And declining federal budgets and declining campgrounds. And so I'm proud to have really fired up that conversation.
You mentioned that digital platform, new digital platform. When do you expect to roll that out?
It'll be in the spring sometime.
Okay.
Right now, our target is to roll out our new brand and some of those features at the Power Breakfast in Elkhart.
Well, so in the past couple months, you and other RVIA leaders have been able to meet with Vice President Mike Pence and U.S. Secretary of the Interior Ryan Zinke. Do you feel like they are receptive to RVIA's concerns?
Yeah, I think they understand the industry very well.
Yeah.
First off, obviously, we've got a vice president who was governor of Indiana, knows a lot of the industry by first name, and can send a text and get a return call pretty quickly from anybody, and vice versa.
That's pretty
So we're in a unique position where someone at the highest levels of government does understand the industry intimately. Secretary Zinke is a longtime Newmar owner.
Really?
Yeah, he drives a Newmar. In fact, he used that to go around the state of Montana when he was campaigning for Congress.
Nice. Oh, what kind of Newmar? What kind of Newmar is it?
You know what? I don't remember what it was. Matt Miller will know.
Okay, yeah, of course, Matt Miller will know. Sure.
He knows the lifestyle. He's lived the lifestyle. He understands the benefits. And I think what excites me about Secretary Zinke is he's a pro-access secretary. He's looking for ways to make the Department of Interior and the federal government a stronger partner with business.
Right.
So our initial meetings with him were very promising, and he's followed up with he's walking the talk. He's followed it up by recently announcing the Outdoor Recreation Advisory Council. That was an idea that came out of the very first meeting with the Outdoor Recreation Industry Roundtable, as well as Secretary Zinke. And so we can directly look at our work with Interior having success already in terms of setting an agenda and a tone for what is a business growth agenda in this country, and how do we work collaboratively with the federal government to make that happen.
That's great. Well, and, there has been talk. I remember reading this, I think it was a couple months ago, maybe September. There's been talk of a White House economic summit on outdoor recreation. And sometime in the spring of 2018 is what I remember reading, right?
Yeah, well, that's my dream. I threw that out in our Pence meeting to his staff, and I think that this is a great opportunity for this administration, particularly, which is a pro-business administration.
Right.
You've got a hospitality president. You've got a very supportive vice president, and obviously Congress to helping to really, how do you grow the economics of the RV industry, or all about the recreation in the country. This is the right administration to start to have that conversation. And so that's one of our goals. I think it is this is where the Outdoor Recreation Industry Roundtable can be helpful, because when you can bring the top 20 trade groups across all of outdoor recreation together to have a common theme around economics, around access, around modernizing infrastructure, we're going to be more effective than whether we do this alone.
Right.
We'll have an impact alone, but we will have a greater impact when we're unified with the rest of the recreation industry. And it's one of the reasons why the roundtable is important, because if you think about how policy is made and lobbying occurs in the U.S., we'll go in with our top 3 issues. Then the marine folks will go in with their top 3.
Right.
And the outdoor industry with their top 3, and the paddle and fishing and the snowmobile. I can go on skiing, on and on. So all of a sudden now the federal government has 30 to 60 requests.
Yeah.
Which ones do they do?
Right.
If they do 1 or 2, they feel like they're taking care of the community. So if we're able to articulate clearly what those 1 or 2, we're all going to be positively impacted. If we don't, one or two groups are going to be happy, and the rest are going to go, "Why am I not being heard?"
Mm-hmm.
And for a long time, I think RVIA has been in that seat at times when you're looking at campgrounds starting to not be updated, where they've not been modernized to the type of units that we make and the great innovations that have come out of the industry. The campgrounds were really designed during the Eisenhower era.
Yeah.
And so slide outs didn't exist then. So you've got these beautiful, very expensive, highly technical products being brought into a infrastructure that's not ready for them.
It's not ready to
yet
greet
that's the dream of our customer. Our customer, the first thing they want to do is go out to one of the iconic national parks and go see them and experience it.
All right, we'll have more conversation tomorrow in part 2 of our interview with Frank Hugelmeyer.